If you're watching this video, no, this is not clickbait, and yes, there is absolutely a 1,000 pip upside profit potential on the Aussie dollar right now. As it stands, there's a major move ahead and it's currently underway. Stay tuned and you'll see exactly why that's my forecast and how you can take advantage of it. What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Welcome to Price Action Nation, where we help you go from indicator overload and analysis paralysis to finally trading with clarity and confidence. Here we focus on helping traders become independently profitable by focusing on pure price action. So if you're new, please consider subscribing, and thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Aussie dollar. If you've been in the markets the past couple days, you're well aware of the flash crash that we had just a couple days ago, where we saw some very big moves reverberate through the markets, and the Aussie dollar not being the least of which this has happened to. So let's go ahead and dive in the charts and get right into it. What I've got right now is a weekly chart on the Aussie dollar, and what we can see from this eagle's eye view that we have in the market, this big macro view, there's actually a couple really important things that we can see that have happened. If I back this up even further, you're actually going to see that we had quite the decline over the last few years, as we've had a large amount of dollar strength coming in the market with all the hawkishness and interest rate hikes coming out of the Fed, which certainly caused this move down that we saw not just here but in the euro dollar as well. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is that we had price with all of this massive dollar strength. Price came down to these lows right down in here, okay, and it hit a brick wall. It came down once, it came down twice, it formed a double bottom, and sure enough, price reversed. We had a trend reversal. Now, from this point of view, it wasn't very aggressive. However, over the last 2 years, year and a half, it was actually a nice move. This is a 1,000 pip move we're talking about here. So what I'm going to do is first we're going to highlight, not that, need to grab the other one. We got this double bottom here, which led to a trend reversal. Price coming up, buyers stepping in the market. This double bottom, all it signifies, guys, is that the sellers were unable to continue the lower lows. Price was unable to sustain those lows. Buyers came back in. You think about it from just a value perspective, there's a lot of value from your Aussie bulls down here. Okay, in fact, if we go really big out, what you're going to find is that this level has been very significant in history, right? Back in 2006, 2005, 2000, the late 90s, the early 90s. There's a lot of, here, for those of you that can't see, I don't know if it'll let me go back, even the early 90s, okay? In fact, even during the financial crisis, when everything was imploding, price, yes, it did come below this, but it was not sustained down here, and it was very short-lived. And by the way, not only was it short-lived, but what was the aftermath of that? It was just this skyrocketing move up higher. Okay, so that's some of the backdrop that we're working with here. So back to this weekly chart, we had a double bottom. Price came up and up and up and up and up. All of 2018, we had this very nice, pretty much a one-way street with price heading lower and lower and lower all through 2018, forming this beautiful trend line that you can see. Not that long ago, just a couple months ago, we had this strong break of that trend line, okay, and now we just had a retest of it. And this was something, gosh, within the last week or two, I've had my eyes on this as it's been coming down for the retest. If we go down to a daily chart, you're going to see more details of that. So here's this nice daily trend line. There's the break. Here's the retest. And as so often is the case, we'll see continuation after the retest of something like that. All right, so we've also got something interesting here. Well, we had a minor double bottom there. We could say a bigger double bottom in the form of this, if we could consider, or perhaps even a triple bottom. You could think of it like that if you wanted to. Okay, here. However, let's zoom out again. I'm actually viewing this, you guys, as a major double bottom, more of a macro double bottom, signifying or certainly pointing to the likelihood of a major trend reversal that we could see. And assuming that price, if the only thing it does is come back up to these recent highs back up here, you're talking about 1,000 pips of movement. Okay, so not to mention if it does in fact go higher, which I think that's also a possibility as well. So minor double bottoms here and here, bigger macro double bottom, or multi-year double bottom that we could say, signifying a perhaps major trend reversal where we could see, gosh, thousands of pips to the upside. So whether you're a long-term position trader, investor, I think getting in or looking for longs right now both provide a great value fundamentally as well as technically. And of course, on the short term, the bulls are definitely large and in charge at this point. So how would I be trading this? Well, I'm actually in this trade right now. I liked what I was seeing. I decided to get in. I got in just a little bit below the 70 mark. I just liked that price point as far as a value perspective. So about 69.90 is my entry. I am looking to hold this long term and also for opportunities to add to my position. So what would I do if I were you? If you're somebody considering getting in this, now is not the time to enter. This has taken off, as you can see, so incredibly strong, so aggressively. Right now is the time to wait for a correction. It will come. Wait for the correction first and then look to get in for that next move higher. Alright, you guys, so we've got double bottoms, triple bottoms, major multi-year double bottom, a year-long bearish trendline break and retest, tremendous amounts of strength of buyers stepping in the market over just the last couple of days, gave us a tremendously bullish weekly end to the week, and we're already continuing on higher from there. So from my perspective, I think the supporting evidence is all over the place, and as traders, that's all we can do is put ourselves in the best position to succeed with the best probabilities. That leads me to my conclusion of this being a great trade setup, one that I'm currently in and will be looking to add to. And I hope that helps. We'll give an update on this at a later point in time. Until next time, best of luck in your trading.